guys, so for today's video I am doing another based on a true story. Now if you watched my previous video that I uploaded yesterday, I said I was going to do one on Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but hold on. But I found a story so interesting that I just needed to do it, and that is on the movie Robert the Doll, I believe, or maybe just Robert. But I looked up this story and someone actually requested it, and it is just crazy. At first I thought it was based on the movie Chucky, but it's really based on the 2015 horror movie Robert. Now as always, I'm not taking credit for this series. I'm sure someone else has done it as well, but I find horror movies, like, they're my favorite thing to watch, and they're super interesting that some of these creepy horror movies are actually based on a true story, and this one is crazy. Now as I said before, I was going to do a Texas Chainsaw Massacre one, but I'm saving that one because that is so gruesome that I'm just gonna save it for later on. Now, the Moto family lived in the late 1800s, and they were a very successful family and lived in a great big house with a lot of servants. One being a Haitian woman who I guess dabbled in black magic. Supposedly, she was caught doing this by Miss Odo and was fired. I hope I am pronouncing their name right. But before she was fired, she gave their son Robert a doll, and soon after, Robert named his doll Robert. Now, this is the doll that was Robert's, and it was believed to have Robert's real hair on him. It has button eyes, and it's supposed to be lifelike. I don't know. I don't see it, but I don't want to disrespect the doll because it's haunted. After receiving the doll, Robert became very, very attached with it. Took it everywhere it went. Hold on. took it everywhere he went. The dinner table, out, and to bed. Now, their relationship grew from a very friendly doll, child relationship to a very haunting one. Now, Miss Odo would hear sometimes Robert crying, go into his room to see him like in a corner all curled up, and find Robert the doll just sitting there, blankly and perfectly just sitting there while Robert is crying and freaking out. His dolls would be laid across the room, mutilated, household objects would be destroyed and thrown around, and Robert would always say that it was Robert the doll and not him. So after the relationship grew to be a very haunting and deadly one, Miss Odo decided to remove the two and put the doll in the attic, and Robert decided that he didn't want to go by Robert anymore. He wanted to go by Jean and didn't want to have the same name as his doll. Now, years later, Robert the doll is still in the attic, and Jean moves back into the family house after father dies, and he reunites with Robert, and the same story happens. They get very attached, and strange things start happening around the house. Things go missing, objects are moved, and Robert's, or Jean's, wife does not like it. She wants the doll back in the attic and finds it very creepy. Now, after some time, Jean's wife ends up dying, supposedly from going insane. That is what the article said. I will link it down below. And so did Jean. They both died. And Robert was left in the house all by himself for years and years to come. But people who would come visit the house would say that Robert would sometimes attack them. It has been documented, as well as giggle and move out of nowhere. The doll was moved to a place called East Motello Museum. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Where people would come and visit him. But here's the creepy thing. You could only take a picture of Robert if you asked him for permission before you did. If you didn't, some people would say that they would come home and feel very weird and feel almost haunted by the doll. So much that people would actually write him letters apologizing to him. Now, the doll still resides at the museum, but is still haunting and creepy nonetheless. So yeah, I hope you guys like this video. I always have fun making these. I'm in a different like setting because I did not want to be upstairs in my room by myself because this was so creepy. So I hope you like this. It's going to be a new series on my channel called Based on a True Story. I have a whole playlist. Well, I've only done one other one, which is my Jeepers Creepers one, so you should definitely go check that out. But there will be so many more to come. Thank you guys so much for clicking and watching this video. Subscribe, leave a like, whatever, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.